coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Joe Flacco and the Baltimore Ravens. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a carry here for Terrence West. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second down, Flacco now. Right side catch, Gilmore. And a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now it's Flacco. Dumps it off to Woodhead. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. To pass, Flacco. On the screen, this is Woodhead. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Griffin keeps it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. This is West. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
A break from the ground game here. Flacco. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Passing play, Flacco. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the rookie first-rounder from LSU, it's Leonard Fournette. And this one goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Bortles. And that is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And that's complete to Lewis. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Bortles now on first down, finding some room at midfield. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Now Bortles. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Bortles. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars' Jason Myers now for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yeah, in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington, and then tomorrow on Monday night we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second down following the incompletion. Here's Flacco. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And that'll make it third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Flacco. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. The 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt it.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field, you're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. To return, here's Michael Campanaro. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. Flacco right back to work after the pick 6. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Paul Posluszny coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. First carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. They run again with Woodhead. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. taking it about the 16. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start on the ground with West. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Perriman in motion right. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
second down. Here's Fournette. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more after this. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you surrender 24 turnovers in a season, but 16 interceptions, 8 fumbles lost, Blake Bortles, you do hire a quarterback guru to try and get you right, don't you?
And that's what he did. Has to limit those turnover numbers, doesn't he?
He has a defense that's ready to play right now.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. They'll toss it to Fournette, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Brad Nortman in his 6th year in the league on to punt it away. Back deep for the Ravens, Michael Campanaro. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, Flacco. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Miles Jack. From that outside linebacker spot, he's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Flacco here on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And the slot man goes in motion left. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? He's going to look deep for Perriman. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. He was trying to get it to Brett Perriman there. And that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest, as we will send you back stateside to Orlando and say hello to Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, left.
The play clock's running down. Now Bortles. Rivera's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Time running out here on the play clock. Bortles going to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Bortles. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Now Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Yards on the return that time, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second down, Flacco now. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Little motion now from the tight end. Now West. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Flacco from the gun. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
The Ravens on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's Flacco. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Ravens on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. The tight end changing his position. They go pass again with Flacco. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare two-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Final minute now of the third quarter. To throw, it's Bortles. Over the middle, complete. That's Rivera. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second down, 9 yards to go. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Again, it's Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Flacco. Green with a catch left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Flacco. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him 6 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep here for Macklin. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll try to pound it in with West. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Terrence West, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. From the gun, Flacco. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, Do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Ten-yard penalty there on first down, so now 1st and 20. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he rifles one incomplete. The running back Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Here we go. Blue 45. 58. Ram.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And his throw here's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever.
Here we go now. Green 90.
Bortles to throw once more. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there. Bortles to Robinson. 58 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Fresh set of downs here.
Black 58. Ram. Here we go now.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dante Fowler coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Miles Jack in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Jaguars getting set to go. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Second down, goal to go from the 6. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And this offense on 3rd down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores, want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Catch made there by Brett Perriman. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Flacco from midfield. His throw incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Ravens on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Once more, it's Flacco. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. He'll drop it underneath for Woodhead. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing here on first down. Flacco. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route. And
he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and
People tryna say I'm only in the media. Got a cold with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Man, amen. Spent about 60 on the time, I can't even lie. No way in, no way out, do or die. So on roll, when I roll, must be. Amen, man. I can't ride Benz, I don't do peace. I beast, I gotta eat. Saber tooth, tiger, diamond tooth teeth. Rockin' right now, won't you come peep? I was outside. The way that shake, leave your mouth wide. You need to say grace for you say thanks. Amen.